chiropractic here. Just hit 90 on MoP beta. I probably want to tell you guys what I think and how we're going to be in MoP. Again, it's beta, so I don't really know what's going to be like in the actual live, but from what I see and what I've been doing, we do a lot of damage. Alright, sitting at the dummies, let's say we'll make a scenario here. We got a focus right here. That's our healer, let's say that, and this is our kill target. And considering I'm on a burst, let's say if you're playing with a warrior or any kind of melee, with Stormlash, Totem, and Ascendance together, you can do a lot of damage. So let's take this. I know it's a dummy, so I can't really hex it, but let's say I hex a dummy, right? 8 seconds, pop Ascendance, pop Stormlash, pops Wolves too, right? It's ticking down, right? Probably like 5 seconds left on that thing. Capacitor Totem, boom, and then you keep going. And if you look down SCADA, I'm doing 60,000 DPS, and that's in PvP gear. Looking at the actual builds, I think we could probably play a lot of different ways. I was experimenting with, what is it, the Primal Elementalist, and the Fire Ellie does a lot of damage. So, I think the tooltip said something about like 150,000 health. Let me find that. Yeah, 154,000 health. So moderately like 40% of your average player's health. So that's one thing. If you ever took that talent, you would have to go with the glyph of Fire Elemental. So it makes it like last 30 seconds, but it's on a 3-minute cooldown. But if you took that, you could replace, let's say you know you're not getting focus, you could almost probably replace one of these healing ones, probably Spirit Hunt, and replace it with that, and you could time that. That's making it a 3-minute cooldown. You could time that with Ascendance, and you do a lot more damage. Let me see if I can give you an example here with Fire Ellie. Alright, so I glyphed Fire Ellie, and I went to the talent. So you can see 3-minute cooldown. So again, you can see how much damage alone. I'll just put it down, I'll let it attack, and you can see what it does. It's going away. See, right now it's 18,000. It's critting for 36,000. And so you can kind of see the potential if you time these with your Ascendance and how much damage you can do, because I feel like if you're doing that much damage, I almost feel like they're going to spend time peeling your healer or whatever target they're on rather than trying to kill your elemental. But then there's also the controversy that, like again, that's a cooldown ability. Looking at the other ones, Elemental Blast, it's good. I don't know if it's a bug on the beta, but every single time I use it, I only get crit rating, which isn't a bad thing. It's certainly better than haste, but I haven't seen mastery. I only see his crit. But the thing with that is, again, I wouldn't know until live, until we figure out if enhance is going to be kill targets again. But we might end up using our Maelstrom on Healing Surge instead of, because again, great Healing Wave's gone, but we use it on heals rather than Elemental Blast. So in that sense, I think that's not as good for PvP. But Unleash Fury, it's passive, so you get all that stuff, and then the Wind Fury, you proc Static Shock, which is whenever you attack, your melee attacks can proc your Lightning Shield. And that can be, again, really good too, because it's passive, you don't have to worry about anything. And then the Flame Tongue weapon increases the target damage by your Lightning Bolt by 25%. So, let's see where our Lightning Bolt is now. Well, it's a crit. Let's see what the normal one is. 20,000, so, and Echo proc there, but 20,000, so probably go up to like 24,000, 25,000. So it's, again, it's a little bit damage increase, but the way I see it is the fire Ellie can be very well and do very well in the arena, and if with the short cooldown and you can time with the ascendants, you can probably almost make a swifty one-shot macro and get something down. No, I almost forgot. If you took Primal Elementalist, it's not only Fire Ellie, you have your Earth Ellie too, and it's not bad. Like, you get a stun from it, which is very good. If I can find it in my bay or my spellbook. So again, it looks like kind of the same thing. I think those things are from Firelance, but yeah, this is on autocast. But yeah, so 150% weapon damage of a normal attack, and it stuns the target for 4 seconds, a 40-second cooldown. But if we spec for the Fire Ellie, or that's Fire Ellie, sorry, this is gonna be a minute long, but it's gonna be a 5-minute cooldown. So the way I see it, I guess, is you can get 2 stuns in that minute, and it's on a 5-minute cooldown. So 8 seconds of stuns in 5 minutes, assuming that you don't use it on the same target and DR it. But he also provides a defensive cooldown, reduces your damage taken by 20%, increases healing done while channeling, but that means he's not doing any damage. So again, it's being very good. We're going to increase their survivability. What else do we have from him? Taunts. Usually the only thing you're going to be bringing from the Ellie is the stun and PvP snares anyways. Other than that, if we really did not want to die, we could pop him. Looking at a defensive standpoint anyways, we could pop him, pop the channel, pop shamanistic, pop, if that's still not enough, stone bulwark, and if you have the global cooldowns with the talent, unleash fury, or not on, no sorry, that's if he's expecting something else. But two, if you have that and that, you're probably not gonna die because you're taking like 60%, 50% less damage taken, and stone bulwark. I don't know if those stack, but I think they do. So again, like, that's why I'm thinking for arenas, Primal Elementals to be the deal, because you got the 4-second stun from that, you got Capacitor Totem, you got Hex, and you got Stormlash Totem, Descendants, and then the Fire Ellie for burst cooldowns. And then Feral Spirit, same thing, mob, it does pretty shit damage. Like, the healing, so that's on Glyph, so that's 2k in Glyph. It moves up to like 5,000 near, sort of, with them glyphed. But as you can see, they say Spear Bite's supposed to make up for it, but I don't see it. They still do like 1200 auto attack, 3600, or that's Flame Shock. Yeah, that's it really. And then their Spear Bite hits for nothing at all either. Let's see that, 2.6k. So that's their attack. No changes from Kata. They have their damage has increased. So basically, your wolves are going to be used for very slight healing, because now since Spirit Walk is no longer with Spirit Wolves, you don't have to be popping them just to get the Spirit Walk. So I don't know. That's the way I see it. Is Spirit Wolves have never been that great cooldown. It just provides minor healing, and it used to provide the stun, but now they're just passive pets. Alright, moving on. Healing. Enhance. Like, we're no rep paladins. Like, rep paladins alone, they're the reason they can be their own kill target, because their wog healing, self-healing, selfless healer talent alone can make them go up there. But I don't know, enhance, it's the same kind of state. With the Glyph of Healing Storm, we do more healing for every stack of Maelstrom, so let's get 5 stacks, we can see how much going for the healing. So Healing Surge, 56,000, that's usually what you're going to see with it. But another talent we have is called Ancestral Guidance, and it's from the healing tier, so you can have Healing Tide, Conductivity, or Ancestral Guidance, is basically it's whatever healing or damage you do, 40% of that healing or damage is converted into actual healing to you, yourself, or other 2 or 3 other nearby injured allies. So, like, basically, I feel like if you're taking a lot of damage, you can almost, if you're getting the kill target, you could pop your burst cooldown so you heal yourself up, and then the more damage you do, more healing you do. So it's like, let's say this, I'll pop, taking Fire Elemental, I said before, for example, I'll pop Fire Ele, Ascendance, and my Trinket, and then pop Ancestral Guidance. See a lot of healing going on right now. And then considering that too, you have your healing 56,000. It's gonna be probably the same thing. Like, you can keep yourself up because we still have Shamanistic Rage. We have the Stone Bulwark Totem, which I feel like in choosing talents, that's probably the one you're gonna go with in PvP, because you have the 32,000 and then every 5 seconds thereafter, so it's around like 45,000, 50,000 shield, where in comparison you can pick Astral Shrift, which reduces the damage taken by 40%, but the thing is, you can't use that when you're stunned. The thing about Shamanistic Rage, you can use that, so if a rogue's opening on you, or it got you in a kidney, and you have no trinket, you can still pop Shamanistic Rage, but you cannot pop this. So you have to preemptively pop that, which, in my eyes, it's not ideal. And then Nature's Guardian, that's, again, like, that's from our resto build, so, but when you're below, it's 30% increases your max health, so I think it's better than Astral Shrift, but not nearly as well as Stone Bulwark, because if you have 100% uptime, unless you're just saving your healer from healing 50,000 damage, right? So overall, I think our survivability is, a lot of people complain about enhanced survivability, but the way I see it is, we're probably just as well as every class. Like, we have the Frozen Power now that roots targets, so that's not range dependent either, so we are able to walk around doing that, and kite even too. We still have the Spirit Walker's Grace, and consider with Ascendance now, we can do damage while at range, which is kind of ridiculous. If we glyph Spirit Walk, it reduces down to 1.5 minutes, so it's 1.5 minutes pretty much CC break, which again, there's a lot of glyphs you can take, but that's another one that's nice. Shamanistic Rage, you're 50%, or sorry, yeah, 30%, reduces damage taken, then Stone Bulwark, and then Ancestral Guidance, and then Feral Spirit, and depending if you glyph it, you can do more healing. And another thing they changed too, what I noticed, is we can actually get faster healing surges off than other classes, because based on talent, Flurry, it increases the haste from items. Haste from items increased by 50%. So when you have that on, let's see if it wants to proc for me. Alright, we got 2 stacks each, and then keep going. So it's a little bit faster, but not like game breaking, but it gets a little bit faster. Still have the sort of problem with going if you just keep casting Healing Surge, but the idea is we're probably not going to be doing that. I think what Blizzard are trying to do with Enhance and MoP is they want us to be less dependent on healing ourselves like every single myth. So that's I think what they gave us Ancestral Guidance, and they buffed the healing on the wolves to maybe like, they buffed it to like 4,000 or 5,000. So if you're looking at this video being one of those people, oh, what's gonna happen to Enhance? Of course, the Enhance community, there's a lot of QQ. I don't know, it doesn't bother me. It means there's less Enhanced players I have to compete with. But if you enjoyed it in Kata and you did well in Kata, it's only going to get better in MoP. We have actually cooldowns and burst cooldowns now. We have more healing. We have a little bit more mobility. And we have incredible support because we bring 3 passive buffs. We bring a Mastery, a Spell Power, and attack speed buff. So it really helps out for any cleave we're going to do. If we're going to do melee cleave, then you have that Spell Power buff for your healer, or you can do casual cleave, again, Spell Power buff, etc., etc. I like playing with a warrior in MoP. I think it would probably be ideal because they changed execute to its like old former glory, and it's critting like for 200k or 550k in like PvE scenarios, which is ridiculous. So if you're playing again like Enhance Warrior, it's gonna be ridiculous. But other comps I'm looking at is Pharaohs look pretty strong too right now. They have that ability that's kind of like Shadow Dance, but it's for Pharaohs, so they can spam, what is it, Ravage, I think what it's called. And that can do a lot of good damage and then instant cyclones. So basically any comp that worked in Kata probably should work again in MoP. Enhance Warrior, Enhance DK, Enhance Rogue. And Rogues are probably still good too. And Enhance Feral. I don't know about Enhance Ret, probably still. You could probably try it. Probably a little bit sketchier than other comps. But Rets can do incredible burst damage, and that's really what the arena is about. CC the target and then burst down your target, right? So, yeah. Alright guys, this was probably ending off on the video. I don't think I missed anything. I think I covered everything I wanted to go through on the video regarding Enhanced PVP. Like if you want to look at the talents, right, you can just go on this site. There's probably, that's the thing, I didn't want to go through every single talent. It's hundreds of videos. Well, not really hundreds, but there's a lot of videos where people go through the talents already. Overall, look forward to MoP. Enhance is gonna be better, and I think a lot of people are gonna overlook it. And if anything, the way it is right now is Enhance is the underdog, and if played properly, you can wreck things.
Short threads. Mwah.